We did our first window cleaning job, and in this video, I'm going to be breaking down how we made $720 in a little over 2 hours with equipment that we picked up from Home Depot. We're also going to be talking through how we quoted this job and the things that we would do differently on the next one. And if you stick around to the end, I'm also going to tell you about an excellent upsell that you can offer to your commercial window cleaning customers in order to make even more money on the job. But if you want to learn how we land $10, $20, or even $30,000 commercial accounts, check out the first link in the comment section and the description. That is going to take you to the Local Domination 2 course we recently released, where we're going to take you through our BOA method that we use in order to land large commercial accounts just like this one. Also, every tier of Quote IQ is $1 right now on myquoteiq.com. So if you need help keeping up with customers, sending estimates, invoices, or collecting payments, check out the second link in the comment section and the description. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. So if you guys saw my recent video about how landing this job took us 1.5 years, you know that this window cleaning was actually an upsell after we had cleaned the building, the concrete, and restriped the parking lot, which is one of the secrets of the last video. Whenever you get on site of a commercial property like this one, or even of a residential property, you need to learn to upsell all of your services, because if you can get good at this, if you can make it a skill of yours to land jobs and then upsell other services, you're going to raise your average ticket price, you're going to be able to make more money per customer, and you're going to be able to take most advantage of every customer that comes through the door in a sense. This is another reason why whenever you go to Walmart or you go to any supermarket, they have extra stuff at the counter whenever you're checking out. That is because they're trying to increase your cart value, even if it's just $2, $3, $4, $5 more on gum, on magazines, on Cokes, whatever the case may be. They have one last attempt in order to show you things that you could also want to buy to raise your average ticket price, as we mentioned. And when you're dealing with so many customers as some of these large supermarkets are, even getting $5 to $10 more per customer, if you think of it over all the customers that they have, they can make, you know, probably millions of dollars more. So we have to think of it from the same context of, once we get a job, how do we leverage that customer in order to offer them more value in the terms of all the other services that we provide in exchange for more money. Now, we weren't even expecting to do the windows on this job, but after the building was washed and everything else was cleaned, the windows did not look great. So they asked us if we'd go ahead and take care of them, to which we said absolutely. Now, we had never done a window cleaning job. We're not a professional window cleaning company by any means. However, it's still a service that we can provide. We know the basics around window cleaning. So if you guys are watching this video and you don't see like the proper technique, or there's things that we could do better, you know, let me know down in the comment section below. But this was our first window cleaning job, and it just kind of goes to show you don't have to be a window cleaning expert in order to land a job, do a good job, and get paid from your customers. So we picked all of our equipment up for this particular job from Home Depot. We actually recorded an awesome walkthrough of everything that we got, but the mic wasn't turned on when we were recording that. So unfortunately, I'm just going to go ahead and walk you guys through everything that we got through this video instead. So first things first, we got a squeegee, of course. You have to have a mop. You have to have a squeegee. The mop kind of helps you apply all of your water and soap mixture, and then the squeegee helps you to take it off. So got the mop, got the squeegee. We got a bucket. Obviously, you need a bucket full of water and soap, and we got our soap, which we got the wrong one. So whenever we were at Home Depot, they had a specific soap that was said it was made for windows, whatever the case may be. I kind of equate it to like Joe Max, how it says like, oh, this is made for cleaning your house. But we would never, as professional pressure washers, use Joe Max to clean a house, because that's more of a consumer grade chemical. So same difference with regards to the window cleaning. In retrospect, we should have just got some Dawn, but we got some window cleaning chemical from Home Depot. It wasn't bad, but it also wasn't great. I felt like it wasn't sudsing up enough. So if you guys are going to get some soap, I would just go ahead and get some Dawn. We also got a bunch of microfiber towels, and everything that we got for this job was about $70 or so. And so it just kind of goes to show we can 10x the amount of money that we invested with just one job doing window cleaning. And that's honestly one of my favorite parts about window cleaning, is you can start this type of business for very cheap, very low barrier to entry. And another cool thing about window cleaning is that you can do these jobs on a recurring basis. So if we went up to this, you know, commercial account and we said, hey, listen, we do commercial work with regards to window cleaning, we can actually come by every 3 months and clean your windows. We can then sell them on recurring route work for their windows. So another beautiful aspect of window cleaning is commercial route work. Now let's kind of go through how we price this job. I actually recently did a pricing video where I walk you through everything, including the building wash, the parking lot striping, the parking lot cleaning, and the window cleaning. So if you guys are interested in seeing the entire breakdown of this $6,000 job and everything and how we priced everything on the job, check out that video. I'll link it in the comment section and the description. But basically, with regards to just the window cleaning, we did a per window price, which is very typical. we saw that the range for per window pricing was between $8 and I think on the high end was either $12 or $15. So we decided to go more so on the lower end. We had already done some work for this customer. We had already maximized with regards to our pressure washing and our parking lot striping. So we weren't trying to make a killing on the windows. We were just trying to do a good job for them so that way we could complete the job. So our per window price was just $8 and our per door price was $16. And the building was essentially made up of these 6 clusters of windows and doors. So for each cluster, we just charged $120 and we multiplied times the 6 clusters, which gave us our $720 price point. So super easy to price window cleaning jobs. You just need a per window price or a per door price, and then you can just multiply it out, send them a quote. We did it really easy, really simple through Quote IQ. Now, if you want to raise your average ticket price on your window cleaning jobs, you really want to try to price the inside and the outside. However, for this particular property, all they wanted to do was the outside of the windows. We actually asked them if they wanted both sides, but they only wanted the outside, which was perfectly fine with us because at the end of the day, we don't really want to be inside anyway, cleaning the windows, because then, you know, you got customers coming in, you got people looking at you, you got to move stuff around. So inside windows, I will tell you guys this, I don't do a ton of window cleaning, but it does make the job a little bit more complicated, especially like when you're doing residential and stuff, just because of all the things on the inside of the house. Plus you're in someone's house, you're in somebody's commercial business where they're trying to do business. So it just makes it a little bit more uncomfortable. So honestly, I would rather just do the outside of the windows anyway. But if you want a good upsell, be sure if you're ever asked to clean windows that you ask if they want the outside and the inside done, because you can essentially double the cost of the windows if you were to do both sides. Like this job could have been almost $1,500 if we would have done both sides of the windows. Now let's go ahead and get into what we would do different if we were going to do this job again. So the first thing is the order in which we clean the windows. Now this might sound pretty obvious, but you want to start at the top window and then work your way down because of the way that gravity works and the way that water flows. It always flows down. For the first couple windows, we didn't really know what we were doing. We were kind of testing out the new equipment that we had just got. So we were kind of cleaning sporadically. And so we started at the bottom and then we went up. And by the time we got all the way to the top window, all the water had come down and was basically wetting the bottom window, which, you know, in retrospect, I was like, of course you got to wash the top first. But just something that I thought I'd mention in this video, be sure to wash from top down. And the other thing is that we didn't even take into consideration the heat of the windows. So on this particular day, it was probably like the coldest day, not in the history of Louisiana, but like for this time of year, I think overnight it was like 19 degrees, which is just like absolutely crazy. And it didn't even get up to like 30 degrees by 9 a.m. So whenever we were cleaning the windows, it was probably around 40 degrees, maybe a little bit lower, but the temperature on the windows was much, much hotter. And this caused the windows to steam and it caused the solution to dry up faster. So I'm not exactly sure. We think that it was because the sun these windows were in direct sunlight and that caused the exterior of the window to heat up. But it's just something that you want to take into consideration because it was super cold, yet it was still heating up. At first, I thought that it might have been the inside of the office. I was like, well, maybe it's, you know, super warm in the office because they have the heater on. But that really wasn't the case. It was more so just because the sun was beating down on these windows. And even though it was 40 degrees outside, it was still causing them to steam and for the cleaning solution to dry on them. So I'm not sure if we could do anything differently to prevent this in the future. Just something to keep in mind. Maybe we would want to go out there and clean them earlier, which would have pretty much been impossible on this particular day because it was so cold. But maybe you want to clean them like before the sun comes up or as the sun's coming down. Anybody who is a professional window cleaner, feel free to let me know down below what you guys do in these instances, because I can only imagine what would even happen during the summer. Like here it gets over 100 degrees outside, so I can't imagine trying to clean these windows in direct sunlight when it's 100 degrees because the solution will dry super quick, and when it dries super quick it looks terrible and you can't get it off. So with these windows drying a little bit quicker, we did have to clean in a little bit smaller sections. We had to be a little bit quicker with them, and we noticed that the windows weren't sudsing up as much. But when we went on the back side and we cleaned the backside windows that were not in direct sunlight, we had the opposite effect. So it was sudsing up more, it was easier to clean, and the solution wasn't drying as fast, and then it also wasn't steaming up. So a couple things to keep in mind is the surface temperature of the windows, as well as the order of operations with regards to cleaning from top down. And then just having things like the rag in place to wipe everything down, because you will have excess water, you will have little smudge spots that you need to clean up afterwards. And we just did a quality assurance walkthrough afterwards to make sure everything was cleaned up nice, cleaned up those smudge marks, and everything came out great. So lastly, let's go ahead and get into the upsell that can make you a bunch more money on these commercial window cleaning jobs, and that is reconditioning the black metal surround around the window. This metal hadn't been treated with anything in a long time, so it was super faded. It didn't look very great at all. When the windows were clean, it made, you know, basically the surround look even worse. And I'm not even sure if this is something that should be done. However, it made the windows look better when we came through with some WD-40 and wiped down all of the metal frames around the windows. Now, don't ask me how long this will stay good for or how long it'll look good for. I'm not sure. On this particular building, they were having a grand opening of a children's medical center. So I would imagine that, you know, if we were to offer this as an upsell to them, that they would definitely be open to it because they needed the building to look as good as possible for the grand opening. So if you find yourself in an instance like that, I think it's definitely an upsell that a lot of people would go for. However, you know, if they had businesses that had been in there for years, maybe they wouldn't go for it. However, in this case, I think it would have been a good upsell. Like I said, we had already done over $6,000 worth of work for them, so we just went ahead and touched up the metal frames, made it look a little better at no cost because we just wanted everything to come out as good as possible. But for any of you guys doing this type of work, I would definitely say that it's something that you could be on the lookout for and you could charge more for if, you know, you're doing a job like this. But if you made it this far in the video, comment down below Windows and I'll hashtag you a real one. If you guys enjoyed the video, click the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. But my name is Justin. Until next time, hustle hard, get that money, baby. Peace.